Welcome back to Crunch Time Chaos. The NBA trade deadline just wrapped up on Thursday. Now I'm gonna grade why I think will be very impactful to these teams and what are the more important trades. Let's get started. Starting off with the obvious one out the way. James Harden is going to the Cleveland Cavaliers for Darius Garland and a second round pick. For the Cavs, listen, Darius Garland, he was a two-time All-Star over there. But injury problems, had a lot of toe injuries, and one of the reasons why they lost to the Pacers in the second round due to injuries and lack of continuity. Now you get James Harden there. We know he can get buckets, but he's gonna make life a lot easier on Donovan Mitchell. Evan Mobley, you need to have 20 and 10. No more of this 18 and 8 crap. You need 20 and 10. And Jared Allen's gonna feast with James Harden's abilities. I think this is an upgrade in my opinion. James Harden got, I believe, another year or two left in his contract. But there's only 30 games or so left for them to get chemistry with this team. James Harden is ready to play right away. He could play today for the Cavs right now. But on the Clippers side of things, you did go off for the current and the future. Now, you made another trade as well. I'm going to talk about that shortly. But he might probably stay for the long term as well. You do not have your pick this season. You guys have been on like a very good streak the past month. But now you just trade James Harden away. James Harden said he didn't want out. But come on now. Deep down inside, we know he wanted out. Come on now. But back to the Cavs' point of view. You see the hierarchy of the Eastern Conference changing out so much trades like the Celtics, the Hawks, the Pacers. These next 2 years in each conference will be very interesting, especially next year. So you want to capitalize on that. And you know what? I like this for both teams, to be honest with you. For the current team, I'm going to give the Cavs an A. I really like this move, to be honest with you. I don't think it's a dumb move at all. You did upgrade, in my opinion. Better score, same amount of playmaking ability, and could easing the load off Donovan Mitchell and help improve your bigs. I like this move a lot. Also, you did improve the margin by trading DeAndre Hunter for Keon Ellis, their shooter, more guard depth behind Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, both great defenders as well. Sorry you had to ship out DeAndre Hunter, but nonetheless, Lonzo Ball was not cutting it at all this season either. But on the Clipper side of things, I'm going to give him like a B+. It's still very good. You get a second round pick out of it. The upside with Darius Garland could still potentially have his all-stars like he did in Cleveland, but the injuries are still going to linger, and that's the downer part of it. Next, the Pacers trade Benedict Mathurin, Isaiah Jackson, 2 first-round picks, and a second for Zubac and Kobe Brown. Now, the Pacers are last in the Eastern Conference. They're trash this season. Obviously, no Halliburton towards Achilles in the finals. But for next year, you have lob threat next to Halliburton. Still got Siakam, Nembhard, Nesmith, McConnell, Toppin. You got a nice little supporting cast. This is a move for next season. I don't think Zubac will play much this season. You still could have a potential top pick in this draft as well, along with the healthy Halliburton next year. But things seem to look very nice for the Pacers next season. For this season, it's a wash, continue to tank, but next season, I really like this move for the Pacers. I know they have their floor stretcher, Miles Turner, but now you get a potential lob threat, just like Harden and Zubac. Halliburton could really boost Zubac. So I really like this for the Pacers. High upside. Zubac still on the younger side, late 20s. Honestly, in my opinion, when he comes back, I'll get this an A as well. When he comes back, I think it'll be very good. But on the Clippers side of things, Ben Mathurin is solid. Isaiah Jackson's solid, but you do get picks, and you guys need picks for sure because you had none. Now, the future is very uncertain right now. Is Kawhi Leonard going to be going in off season? Will they decide to trade him? We don't know about that. But I'm going to give this a B for the Clippers. Benedict Mathurin is solid as well, could get buckets in his own right. Isaiah Jackson, decent role player as well, but the pick side things, they needed picks, and they got it. Now, sticking to East, the Sixers trade Jared McCain to the Thunder for a 2026 Rockets first-round pick and a second. Just saw Daryl Morey. They think they got a lot for him. They got a good amount for him. Jared McCain's like, yeah, I don't know about that. But listen, for the Thunder, I like this move. You get a great young player, high upside, had a great rookie season, but went out due to injury. Been in and out of rotation with a lot of injury this season, but the rise of VJ Edgecombe, my rookie, sort of lessen the load, and they're trying to bring back Quentin Grimes as well. Since the cap space, Quentin Grimes, great 3-and-D player for my Knicks, still a great 3-and-D player as well. I really like this for the Thunder, especially. Shea's out due to All-Star break, but when he comes back, you have another shooter on the floor. He's still going to get minutes. I know there's like Caruso's, J-Dubs, AJ Mitchell, all that, so they work on their guard rotation as well. But for OKC, If he continues to develop like he did his first season to now his second season, hopefully he gets better during the where Shea's absent, and it's probably his third season. This could really work out. And you only give a 1 first-round pick for him. It's a very good trade for them. It has very high upside. Honestly, for the OKC, the rich get richer. Only give them 1 first-round pick and for the Sixers, I understand it from their point of view to be able to sign Quentin Grimes. I'm a Quentin Grimes guy. He's a good player. I'm gonna give this a B as well. Now, this is what I call robbery. Knicks trade Dalen Terry and 2 second-round picks for GTA Grand Theft Alvarado. First started with Yabusele to the Bulls for Dalen Terry. Thought Yabusele would be good for the Knicks this season. Had a great season for the Sixers, 11 points a game. Now, he wasn't good with the Knicks. We flipped him for Dalen Terry and his 2 second-round picks, and now we get a very good defensive player, pest in Jose Alvarado. Now, we just got the news, Deuce McBride will be out till potentially the start of the playoffs with an injury. And this just fits right in. Knicks got a lot of guard depth now, especially last season. Did not have much of it as well, but you guys got like Kolek, Clarkson, now bringing Alvarado as well. Great. And especially when Deuce comes back with Jose Alvarado, defensive backcourt, that's nasty. And the great defense Jose Alvarado could bring. Not the best shooter in the world, but he's going to be a pest in New York. We're gonna embrace him. We're going to love him over there. This is a very great trade for the Knicks. This is like an A+. No biases. This is like a steal. For the Pelicans, give it like a C. I mean, you get 2 second-round picks. You guys need picks. For the Hawks, they trade Kristaps Porzingis for Jonathan Kuminga and Buddy Hield of the Warriors. It is about time the Warriors get rid of Jonathan Kuminga. Tired of that saga. And listen, I'm seeing a lot of hate on Porzingis. I know he doesn't play a lot of games. Seriously, he only played 17 so far this season. But when he's on the court, he can be very solid. The Warriors need a floor spacer. They got him. They've been targeting the past couple months. Not the best move in the world, not the worst move in the world. Officially out of the Giannis sweepstakes. But it was something they needed to do, in my opinion. It was just something they needed to do. And when he's on the court, very good move. Extremely good move. But if not, but in my opinion, the dynasty is over. The second Jimmy Butler went down with that 8 torn ACL. It wrapped up. They're trying to put any bandaging around, trying to keep the core with Steph, Curry, Butler, but it's over. So I'm going to give it a B for the Warriors. For the Hawks, continue to build around Jalen Johnson, Buddy Hield, sharpshooter, Jonathan Kuminga, a very good wing player. I really like this for the Hawks. I'm going to give this a B+ as well. I'm going to give it a B+ because you're building around Jalen Johnson, 23, 10, and 8, having a great season. And they're starting to build some solid pieces. And speaking of solid pieces, Bulls trade Kobe White for Colin Sexton, Ousmane Dieng, and 3 second-round picks. Now 2 second-round picks. Hornets, they have been balling. 8-game win streak. This rookie Concanupple, different. They're all playing in sync right now. Officially a 10th seed right now. Let's see where they keep going. They just blew out the Rockets the other night. A fully healthy Rockets team. Obviously, no Fred VanVleet. And they just blown them out. Listen, I don't know how far the Hornets could go. They'll definitely make the play-in for sure. Can they get to that top 6 seed? I don't know. But their future is bright, and you get more guard depth in Kobe White. It's a very great move for the Bulls. For the Hornets. Now for Chicago. Oh, God almighty. You have a lot of guards. You just picked up Anthony Simons, an expiring contract. Very good deal. I'm going to talk about that later. But you guys have a lot of guards now. Too much. And your tallest player is Zach Collins, I believe. And Jalen Smith, who's 6'8". Too much guards. I don't know what they're doing. I seriously don't honestly know what they're doing. But they did something that's better than a lot of teams that have done nothing. For the Bulls, Colin Sexton's solid. Expiring contract as well, I believe. I'm gonna give this like a C+ for the Hornets, and for the Bulls, I give it a C+. For the Hornets, I give this a B+. Adds more guard depth, nice scorer off the bench as well. Good start, but I really like this for the Hornets. Now we have the big trade here. A lot of oohs and ahs here. Anthony Davis traded to the Washington Wizards. The Wizards get AD, Jaden Hardy, D'Lo, and Dante Exum. Now the Mavericks get Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, Malachi Branham, who got shipped out eventually, Marvin Bagley, 2 first-round picks and 3 second-round picks, and the Wizards are cashing in like a casino. You love to see it. They just traded for Trae Young, obviously, during the season. AD, he looked like, "You light my fire, baby." Like that song. I saw him in the jersey. I'm like, damn. If you showed me like 10 years ago, I would have called you crazy. Now, next season, AD's obviously in around the rest of the season. He just said that. Next season, you have a very solid rotation. Trae Young, Trae Johnson, Keyshawn George, AD, he wants to play the 4 now. And you got Alex Sarr as well. That's a solid starting 5 in the Eastern Conference. Continue to build up. But if Anthony Davis stays healthy, this team could be very interesting next season. Minimally, they're in the play-in. Potentially, at their most, they could be a top 5 seed, in my opinion. This team is still young, and they're still going to have their pick as well. They're the 14th. They were one of the bottom tiers in the Eastern Conference. So continue saying, add another young player to this team. You had AJ DeBansta, imagine with that team. Darren Peterson, are you kidding me? With AD and Trae Young. It's very good for the Wizards. You have much to lose. Those picks aren't going to be that good either. I mean, it's the OKC pick and the Warriors pick, so they aren't going to be that good. So, yeah, not much to lose, in my opinion. AD's on a little older side, injury and all that stuff, but you're trying to put cash in your chips, you're starting to have a direction, and it's starting to get some hope in the nation's capital. I'm going to give it a B+, solely because I want to see Anthony Davis' health and how he's going to perform. And if he doesn't like it there, he's going to get shipped out immediately. Now for the good old Dallas Mavericks. Oh, man. You essentially traded Luka Doncic for old Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, Malachi Branham, Bagley, Max Christie, and 3 first-round picks and 3 second-round picks. Absolutely horrible. Like, what? Oh, just terrible. It's just terrible what the Mavericks had done over the course of the years. Now, he's trying to get some pieces around Cooper Flag, but you're still very much years away, and we never got to see a game with Cooper Flag, Kyrie, and AD. Had a lot of potential, but unfortunately, it could not fall through with injuries and just incompetence from the front office as well, and the owner as well. Now, Kyrie might get traded. He could most likely sit out the rest of the season. I think he'll get traded in the offseason. I don't know where, though. But his days in Dallas are numbered. And ever since that finals, it's just crazy to look at 1 year later. Everything, the whole landscape of this franchise has just changed. Now, they're going to fully move into the Cooper Flag direction. If they didn't have Cooper Flag, they would be screwed. But they're so lucky they got Cooper Flag. In my opinion, might be rigged. It low-key kind of might be rigged. But nonetheless, they still got Cooper Flag, so the future is semi-bright. For the Mavericks, I'm going to give it a C. I'm being generous here because at least you got some picks. They're not going to be that good, but you're just trying your best at this point. Now, the Bulls trade Vucevic and a second-round pick for Anthony Simons and a second-round pick. I like this for the Celtics. Every time having a great season. Every time a scoring guard, but he's going to expire for the Bulls. But for the Celtics, he just had a double-double in his debut the other day. Vucevic, a nice floor spacer, not the best defender in the world, but there's some serviceable role players this season. Kata, be a great backup big, nice roller, rim protector as well. When Tatum comes back, this team's starting to look really good again. Yeah, Pritchard, obviously Jaylen Brown playing at an all-NBA level, like an MVP vote getter right now. He's balling right now. Jordan Walsh having a great season as well. And you still got some great pieces. As well. Not to mention Derek White. And listen, next year, I don't know if Jason Tatum comes back, but if he comes back this year, look out for them in the Eastern Conference. I'll tell you that right now. You hate to see it, but look where they are now. 2nd seed currently, and Jaylen Brown is leading the pack over there. And give credit where credit is due. I don't think Tatum should come back this year. I think the Celtics will win a playoff series, and they'll get bounced out in the second round. But for next season, look out Eastern Conference. Honestly, look out to the NBA as well. For the Celtics, this is a very good move. Not the best defender in the world, like I keep saying, but a very good spacer. You can space the paint. For the Celtics, I just really, in my opinion, it's like a low key smooth, like a good trade. I like it. I'm gonna give it like a B plus. I'm gonna give it like a B. It's very good, has potential to be an A. The only reason is because of Vucevic's defense, and he's a little bit on the older side. Now, for the Bulls, Anthony Simons, he looks just like he's just moving like Dame. Very solid, but the Bulls have too many guards. I know he's an expiring contract. Maybe you're free sling off in all season. Maybe you try to make a trade for Giannis and all that, but I don't know. Just you get an expiring contract, so I'll give you a C plus. Anthony Simons has some good games for Chicago. Now, for the Pistons, they get some shooters, and they needed some shooters. They get Dario Saric and Kevin Huerter. Obviously, got rid of Jaden Ivey. They're struggling to have rotational minutes. Obviously, missed last season, postseason with an injury. But Pistons needed some shooters, and they got some Kevin Huerter shoot that dang. Dario Saric saw as well. Some Pistons fans, I rarely see them, but they're not too fond of this trade. But you did need some shooters to space the floor. I mean, Tobias Harris, is that the only shooter y'all got? So I like this for Detroit. Get a little shooting depth in there. Just something solid. I'll give it like a B. Just something solid, low key. Still the number one seed in the Eastern Conference. Now, this is a trade that helps both teams. The Grizzlies trade Triple J, Walter Clayton, and Slow-Mo, Taylor Hendricks. Grizzlies trade Jaren Jackson Jr. to the Jazz and some others for Clayton, Kyle Anderson, Taylor Hendricks, Georges Niang, and 3 first-round picks. The Jazz are starting to cash in. And next season, I really like the starting 5. My boy Keontae George. You have Ace Bailey, Lauri Markkanen. Now you got Jaren Jackson Jr. and Walker Kessler. That front court duo defensively are Jaren Jackson Jr. and Walker Kessler. Nasty. Get a bucket getter in Lauri Markkanen. And you have a great facilitator in Keontae George, most improved player in my opinion. Absolutely sensational. I really like this trade. I think Jaren Jackson Jr. should sit out. They got a potential higher draft pick as well for the Jazz. Let it sit out. We're going to see where they become next season. I think they could be a play-in team next season, in my opinion. That's the bare minimum. They should be a play-in team next season. Now the Grizzlies, John Morant. Time is ticking. It may be the offseason, but what a fall from grace. They obviously got trade Desmond Bain to the Magic, and they got 4 first-round picks. They're getting a very good haul for these players. 7 first-round picks in general. Now, we'll see what happens to John Morant, but just to think of it a few years ago, they were this team on the rise. Obviously, they won a playoff series against the Timberwolves and lost in 6 to the Warriors. If Ja was healthy, in my opinion, they would have beat the Warriors, but ever since then, obviously, Ja got in some troubles, let it go, over with, some injuries. He got to shoot better. He's shooting 22% from 3. Why? Get your ass in the lab and just cook. You can't. People are starting to leave you like a cone. Remember that Ben Simmons, Jared Dudley, just leaving him wide open. Come on now. You gotta develop. You gotta develop a certain jump shot. I'm back. So, in my opinion, the Grizzlies get more picks. John Morant will get shipped out eventually. He has to do so much better, but you get a lot of good picks. You get some good first round picks in there. I'm gonna give it like a B plus. You get a lot of picks, get some nice young players as well. And for the Jazz, this has a potential to be an A. But I'm gonna also give it a B plus because I gotta see how it all fits on the court. Defensively, I'm going to like that front court a lot with Walker Kessler and Jaren Jackson Jr. So they both get B pluses. Now the Wolves get Ayo Dosunmu. Obviously, they're going to resign. They're going to get Mike Conley, who's going to go back to the team, get in more guard depth for the playoffs. Try to get a push for Giannis, but the Bucks did not want to trade him. So you need more guard depth. Somebody young and Ayo Dosunmu, along with DiVincenzo, Dosunmu, and Mike Conley coming back. Very good guard depth for Anthony Edwards and his team. Still need a bit more, maybe a secondary star other than Julius Randle. Shout out my boy Julius Randle. But nonetheless, it's a very solid low-key pickup. I'll give it like a B. It's a very good move. Now the Lakers, they trade Gabe Vincent and a second-round pick to the Hawks for Luke Kennard. Now Gabe Vincent, the Lakers started to get 2023 Gabe Vincent, starting point guard for the Heat when they made the finals as an 8 seed. But ever since then, first year, injury, and just hasn't been the same player that the Lakers wanted to get a steal from. Now they get a very, very good shooter in Luke Kennard, shooting 49% from 3 And the Lakers need all the shooting they get. Also need defense as well. In a playoff setting, you got to space the floor with Luka, Reeves, and LeBron. They all need shooters to kick the ball to. And this is a good move for them. Honestly, I kind of want another big for them. I mean, DeAndre Ayton can have days where he's good or just softer than Sharman. If you know, you know. But in my opinion for the Lakers, middle of the pack trade. Feel like a B. They needed to work around the margins, and they did that. Now, teams that haven't made a trade. The Houston Rockets, I would love for you guys to trade it for Kobe White. They need a point guard, and they still don't have it. So I don't think this is the year this year. Next season, with a healthy Fred VanVleet, we'll see where they go. And Reece Shepherd, he should start. Ime Udoka, start him now. Start him now. I don't know why he's not. He's balling in the second season as well. Should trade for Kobe White. Now the Miami Heat. Another wasted season where you guys don't make a trade. I mean, they weren't going to do anything this year, but still, you had the opportunity to do something, and you couldn't get it done. Couldn't make a trade whatsoever at all. And I believe that is it for all the NBA trades who made a move. Let me know what you guys think. Won the trade deadline. We'll see. Like I said, the hierarchy of the Eastern Conference will change next season. The Western Conference still as stacked as always. And let me know who you guys think won the trade deadline. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share. Follow on all social medias, and embrace the chaos.